Whoa, what's down this hallway? Well, encounter's off. I'm just here to look at the hallway. Masamune? Is that also for the ninja? Oh, anyone could use it. I guess I'll put that on them, since I've been waiting for something for the monk for forever. How's our healing? You need a high potion. And in terms of spells, I'll use one more ether on my white mage. Hey, wait a minute. Since when has he been able to use magic? All this time I've never noticed. Dang. Well, it's fine. I don't think I would cast with him anyway because he has Excalibur and that's really good. I think I can get off one more. I can get this off before my monk dies, I hope. Kill! I could try and silence her, I just feel like it has a very low chance of working. Ah, you know what I should do is lower her magic defense. You'll survive for one more round. What is, Dispel? Maybe this will do something? It could also be a percentage-based spell. Ah, dang. Oh, this is... I see. Actually, Hilaga. I'll use Flare again because I feel like we're gonna get the final boss in a bit, and I want to use all my resources to get everyone topped up. Okay, wait a minute. Isn't that Garland? Anyway... Save! Do you remember me? I was once the most renowned knight of Cornelia. "2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland." Oh, you did defeat me then. But the four great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Was Garland this whole time? Once here, I sent the four fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the four great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return, born again into this endless cycle that I have created. Okay, not what I was expecting. But it said it was like a cycle of wrath, so he's just angry that we killed him, or angry about something that happened that turned him from Cornelia in the first place. I'm worried about my luck dying. No, actually, I'll put temper on my warrior just in case. Ah! It's really close. You're not doing crazy damage right now. I think if my monk takes one more hit, they might be dead. Let's do flare for right now. Oh god. And I want to do the lower his defenses one, but they keep getting hit so hard. Okay, yeah. I'm going to do what is it called? Dispel? See if it does anything, and I'll have my black mage heal my white mage. Ah, dang, it is percentage based. Oh god. After I just put temper on them too. Oh shit. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I don't need any of these. Okay, that's fine, as long as I have my white mage up. And I should use elixir on her. And hopefully he doesn't, like, just kill us outright. But no, my warrior should be okay. Fuck. Oh god. And now it's wasted. I don't think that's gonna be enough to keep her up, though. Okay. How should I do this? You attack, you give her another high potion, and she needs to revive my black mage. Oh my god! Oh, I can use it here. I was curious about it. Okay, I just... Oops. I need... Hilaga? Oh my god. And of course he gets stunned. Oh, I need my black mage up now. What was silence, poison stone, remedy? Let's try this and hopefully God damn it. What I want to do is try and keep everyone on support right now, except for my black mage, and see if I can maybe slow this guy. Unless I... oh, I do have slow. Ugh! Sorry, you should take X because you don't have any MP. This is so annoying. Oh my god, what is... I would love to be able to use stop or break or something, but it just... I don't think it's gonna work. Are you... God. I'm just a res bot at this point. Okay, Jesus Christ, everybody's finally up. But this guy isn't undead, really. Actually, let me use some items. You can try and cast Scourge. I don't think it'll work. And let's try and protect everybody. That's not what I wanted. Is there anything that What even was Saber? I don't remember. Oh my... Oh, God. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, whoops. Ah, shoot. I shouldn't have turned auto attack on. God damn. How much freaking health does this guy have? I don't think... Is evasion really a problem? Oh, we're so dead. Ugh! It sucks. This really feels like a crazy increase in difficulty. Oh, that is the wrong spell. This really feels like a crazy spike in difficulty. Like, nothing else has been this bad. Ah, he's dead. I'm sorry, that was the right spell, wasn't it? Oh shit, I didn't realize I was out of... Damn. Oh my god. Is this guy almost dead? Like, it feels like it's been forever. Oh, of course. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yep, I knew it. Oh my god. Fuck! Is that it? Oh my fucking god. I hate that fight, I really do. I can't even feel happy. That was ridiculous. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew, a world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. Why do we care about Sarah and Queen Jane? Especially Queen Jane, we barely interacted with her. When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? None can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of four young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the four endured, for the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on. Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reach for the heavens even as they fell. And now their return is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. To the fans across the globe, both past and present, and to the crew who brought the originals to life, we offer our profound and heartfelt thanks. Oh my goodness! That was... yeah. Well, I enjoyed the game for the most part. Up until the very end, I liked it a lot. It really was just that final fight. It felt like an extreme jump in difficulty. I wonder if I had actually gone to level 50, would it have been as hard? But it really felt like I just could not let up. Like, my white mage was a heal bot, not a heal bot, a res bot, and my black mage just got relegated to feeding them ether over and over so that we didn't die, or the whole party didn't wipe. And I felt like I couldn't really make use of most of my black mage's spells. And it really showed, to me, I would say a weakness, but I'm also thinking in terms of more modern games. But my black mage had so many percentage-based spells, like kill, scourge, earthquake, all those kinds of things, even slow. And without knowing what that percentage-based chance was, I was very hesitant to use them, because every time I used them, they failed, and it makes sense for a boss, especially the final boss, to be very resistant to that sort of thing. But I wish there had been a better way around that. Like, I assume if I could have gotten off the dispel on him, maybe that would have helped. But I couldn't get off the spell because my white mage was busy resurrecting and healing everybody, so she couldn't really do anything else. And I think he had way too much health. I don't even know how long that took, and that was just, it was so frustrating. But I do wonder if it was because I ended up being somewhat underleveled, maybe. But I don't know, it's really hard to tell. But overall, I did enjoy the game. I think it is a nice game to just kind of turn my brain off in a way. Like, it's just the simplicity of it, and with the mechanics, and with the storytelling, the exploration. It was fun. Even though I am frustrated about the end, it was a lot of fun. And I would play it again, maybe skip the final boss, but I would definitely play it again just to wind down. I'm curious about who that person is in the cover art. Or, like, the logo art, I guess I should say. Because it's a warrior of light with this horned helmet. I thought that was going to be somebody that showed up in the game. And especially because I know in 14, Elidibus's transformation is the warrior of light from FF1. But then I never saw that person, so I'm just confused about where they were supposed to come into play. Because from what I understand, the logo art is usually about something that is represented in the game or comes up pretty significantly. Like, I think the cover art for 10 is Yuna dancing, which is an important scene in the game. And all of the art in 14 is pretty relevant to either a place you go in the game, or in that expansion I mean, or something that you do. And I don't know, I'm like, where is this person that is so iconic and then just never showed up? It was nice to see where some of the things that I recognized from 14 came from, and also where some of the elements that continue throughout the series come from. I am still curious about Sid, if this is actually something that was in the original game, or if it was just introduced in the remasters, because they were made in or they were released in 2021, so at that point I think we had gone up to 15. I don't think 16 was released yet. So at that point, Sid has become a very recognizable character in the series. So that's why I'm wondering, like, how much is from the original game and how much is something that may have been added to bring the game more in line with the rest of the series in terms of continuity. I think they did a good job with what quality of life stuff there was, just based on what I've seen, like with auto-attacking. I'm really appreciative for being able to turn off encounters, especially at the end. I was kind of over them. I think the combat is fine in small chunks, but I played this about a week to 2 weeks straight, and just playing it all at once like that, it does make the combat feel very boring after a while. So it's more a me problem than a game problem, I think. The story itself was pretty bare bones, I think. I feel like Garland just came out of left field. Like, I know he was introduced in the beginning, but they're like, oh, this is a cycle of wrath. And there's supposed to be this thing about how he used to be a good knight for Cornelia, and then he turned bad, but we never get into it. So it just felt out of place, but again, this is the way that storytelling was done in older games. I'm a lot more forgiving of it. If this came out this year, I would be much more critical, because I think it's more common to give a little bit more of backstory to not even just Garland, but also the Warriors of Light. Like, they just showed up. There's a little bit of saying, like, oh, you're out of time, or time is misplaced for you, something like that, and nothing else. So I think, for the time, it's fine. For now, maybe it would be a little bit more frustrating. I can imagine that if this game got a full remake, they would go way heavier into the backstories. Like, Garland would have a tragic backstory explaining why he is the way he is. The Warriors of Light might have something to them, like, I don't know, saying they have amnesia, and then you discover little bits about their background throughout the game. Although there is a light novel, so I think they would probably pull from that. I don't know what is in the light novel or if it explains anything about the Warriors of Light. I assume it would a little bit. I didn't like the way they did gear. It felt like it was very... It had a big preference towards the warrior and not towards anyone else. Like, every so often we might get something for the white mage, the black mage, never anything for the monk. And then everything is for the warrior, but because he gets so much, that means I have a bunch of items that are just rotting in my bag. And I could sell them, but by the end, I just had so much money, it was pointless to sell anything because I didn't need the money. It also did feel like the first part of the game was very long and it felt a lot more freeform, even though it was pretty linear. Like you only had one path to take. It just felt bigger because once you get the ship, it feels like a lot more is open to you, and it feels like you have a lot of paths to chase, but really you're only on the one path because there's only one possible route to take. But it's like you meet Matoya and she needs her eye. You hear that the Elf King's asleep and you need to get this elixir for him, but of course that ties back into Matoya. You go to the dwarves and you find out that Narek needs that nitro powder and the smith needs adamantite. You find the keep and the king needs his crown, and so it feels like there's a lot more for you to do. And then the later half, it feels like you're very on rails. But it could also be the way that I went about it, but it definitely feels like it's more obvious with the do this, go here and do that, go there and do that. And even in the guidebook, I noticed that up to when you meet the sages, that part of the game takes up most of the book, and the rest of it is like the tiniest, I don't know, 25%, probably even less than 25. It's just interesting. I'm not really complaining about it. I just think it was kind of funny. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the game a lot. If I replay, I probably need to look up a guide. I tried really, really hard not to look up too many guides because I wanted this to be a very authentic experience. But going forward, I probably will look up more just to understand spells better and their chance to succeed, especially with the one-shot kill ones or the slow. But I'm happy I finally played this, and I'm still looking forward to playing the next couple games. Hopefully the difficulty is managed a bit better, but we'll see when we get there. So the next one up will be Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster. I also don't know anything about that, so I'm looking forward to seeing what all is in there and what the story is, if it plays differently from this game, so on and so forth. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Final Fantasy II.